Before we dive into the story, let us know in the comments which city you're watching from and enjoy the story. In the bustling city of Seattle, nestled between towering skyscrapers and the ever-present drizzle, lived a woman named Maya Thompson. At 29 years old, Maya was not only navigating the complexities of adulthood, but also shouldering the immense responsibility of being a single mother to her 7-year-old son, Leo. Life had thrown its share of challenges at her, but nothing could have prepared her for what lay ahead. Leo, with his bright eyes and infectious laughter, was the light of Maya's life. However, beneath his cheerful exterior, he battled a rare genetic disorder that had been progressively worsening over the years. The condition was complex, requiring specialized care and treatments that were both scarce and expensive. Despite her relentless efforts to provide the best possible care, Maya found herself drowning in medical bills, each new invoice more daunting than the last. To make ends meet, Maya juggled multiple jobs, working long hours as a barista by day and cleaning offices by night. Her days blurred into one another, filled with the hum of espresso machines and a clatter of cleaning supplies. Yet no matter how hard she worked, the financial burden seemed insurmountable. Sleep became a luxury she could rarely afford, and exhaustion clung to her like a second skin. Amidst this chaos, a glimmer of hope appeared on the horizon. A groundbreaking experimental treatment had emerged in Germany, promising a potential cure for Leo's condition. The news was both exhilarating and terrifying. While it offered a chance to change Leo's future, the cost was staggering, $600,000, and for Maya, it felt like an impossible dream, a distant star she could see but never reach. Desperation clawed at her heart as she scoured the internet for solutions. One evening, while scrolling through online forums dedicated to parents of children with rare diseases, she stumbled upon a peculiar post. It was an offer from a law firm seeking individuals willing to enter into a marriage arrangement for financial compensation. The details were vague, but the promise was clear: $1.02 million for a 2-year commitment, with half paid upfront. Maya's mind raced with conflicting emotions. On one hand, the opportunity was too significant to ignore, a lifeline that could save her son. On the other hand, the idea of entering into a marriage purely for money felt morally ambiguous, even degrading. Yet, as she looked at Leo, asleep in his bed, his small chest rising and falling with each breath, she knew she had no choice. She would do anything to give him a fighting chance. With trembling hands, Maya drafted a response to the forum post. Each word felt heavy, laden with the weight of her decision. She detailed her situation, emphasizing her desperation and her unwavering love for her son. As she hit send, a mix of fear and hope washed over her. What lay ahead was uncertain, but for the first time in months, she allowed herself to believe that maybe, just maybe, there was a way out of the darkness. Days turned into weeks, and Maya heard nothing. Just as she began to think her message had fallen into a void, an email arrived. It was from the law firm, confirming receipt of her application and requesting further details. They outlined the terms of the agreement, a legally binding marriage contract lasting 2 years, with a substantial sum paid upfront and the remainder upon completion of the term. The prospective spouse remained anonymous, adding an air of mystery to the entire arrangement. Maya hesitated, the gravity of her decision pressing down on her. But the image of Leo, frail yet resilient, pushed her forward. She gathered the necessary documents, her hands steady despite the turmoil within. Each signature felt like a step closer to securing her son's future, even if it meant sacrificing her own happiness. Finally, the day arrived. Maya stood outside the courthouse, her heart pounding like a drum. The morning mist clung to the air, mirroring the fog of uncertainty clouding her mind. She adjusted her scarf nervously, the fabric rough against her neck, as she waited for the man who would become her husband. The law firm had arranged everything, ensuring anonymity until the very last moment. As she entered the grand, echoing halls of the courthouse, her footsteps echoed ominously. The room where the ceremony would take place was stark and impersonal, with wooden benches and a high ceiling that made every sound reverberate. Maya took a seat, clutching her purse tightly, her knuckles white with tension. She glanced around, trying to spot any familiar faces, but the room was nearly empty except for a few officials and a man standing near the front. Her breath caught in her throat as she recognized him. It was Alex Bennett, a wealthy tech entrepreneur whose face she had seen splashed across magazines and news articles. He was known for his innovative ventures and enigmatic persona. But to Maya, he was someone else entirely. 6 years ago, they had shared a passionate whirlwind romance that ended abruptly when Alex disappeared without explanation during a tumultuous period involving his family business. Memories flooded back, unbidden and raw. Their nights spent talking under the stars, the warmth of his embrace, the promises whispered in the dark, all shattered when he vanished. Maya had been pregnant then, alone and scared, deciding to keep the truth of her pregnancy hidden as she retreated from the world, focusing solely on raising her child. Now here he was, standing before her, looking as handsome and composed as ever. His piercing blue eyes met hers, and for a moment, time seemed to stand still. The officiant began the ceremony, reciting words that felt hollow and surreal. Maya's mind raced, grappling with the reality of the situation. How could fate be so cruel, bringing them together again under such circumstances? As they exchanged vows, Maya's voice trembled, each word a bitter reminder of the past. Alex, too, seemed affected, his usual confidence faltering. When the officiant pronounced them husband and wife, a strange silence enveloped the room. They turned to face each other, the weight of their history hanging heavily between them. Alex broke the silence first, his voice low and strained. "Maya," he began, stepping closer. "I had no idea I didn't know about Leo." She flinched at the mention of her son's name, her defenses rising instinctively. "You left," she replied sharply, her voice laced with anger and hurt. "You disappeared without a word, leaving me to deal with everything alone." "I'm sorry," Alex said, his expression pained. "There were things happening in my family. The business, I thought I was doing the right thing." Maya shook her head, tears welling up in her eyes. "It doesn't matter now. We're here because of Leo, that's all that matters." Alex nodded, understanding the gravity of her words. "I'll do whatever it takes to help him," he promised, his voice firm. "And to make things right between us." The tension in the room eased slightly, though the unresolved emotions lingered. As they signed the marriage certificate, Maya couldn't help but wonder if this unexpected twist of fate would lead to healing or further heartache. For now, their focus remained on Leo, the little boy who unknowingly brought them back together. In the days following the courthouse ceremony, Alex wasted no time in embracing his newfound role as Leo's father. With his vast resources and connections, he swiftly arranged for Leo to receive treatment at a prestigious German clinic renowned for its cutting-edge research and expertise in rare genetic disorders. The speed and efficiency with which Alex handled everything left Maya both grateful and overwhelmed. The journey to Germany was a whirlwind of emotions. Maya packed their belongings, her hands shaking as she folded Leo's favorite pajamas and stuffed animals into a suitcase. Each item carried memories, reminders of the life they were leaving behind, however temporarily. As they boarded the plane, Leo clung to her hand, his wide eyes taking in the unfamiliar surroundings. "Are we going on an adventure, Mommy?" he asked, his voice tinged with excitement and curiosity. "Yes, sweetheart," Maya replied, forcing a smile despite the knot of anxiety in her stomach. "A very special adventure." Upon arriving in Germany, they were greeted by a team of medical professionals who exuded competence and compassion. The clinic was a state-of-the-art facility, its walls adorned with vibrant murals and its corridors filled with the hum of advanced machinery. Leo's initial assessments were thorough, involving a series of tests and consultations that painted a clearer picture of his condition. The doctors explained the treatment plan in detail, outlining the risks and potential outcomes. Though daunting, the prospect of a cure ignited a spark of hope in Maya's heart. Alex was a constant presence throughout this process, attending every meeting and appointment. His involvement went beyond mere financial support. He immersed himself in understanding Leo's condition, asking insightful questions and offering reassurance when Maya felt overwhelmed. Watching him interact with Leo, Maya saw glimpses of the man she once loved, the man who had captivated her with his intelligence and kindness. There were moments when their eyes met, and an unspoken understanding passed between them, acknowledging the complexity of their situation. However, the path to healing was fraught with challenges. Leo's body reacted unpredictably to the initial rounds of treatment, causing setbacks that tested everyone's resolve. There were nights when Maya sat by his bedside, watching the rise and fall of his chest, her mind racing with fears and doubts. Alex joined her during these vigils, his presence a quiet comfort. They spoke softly, sharing stories of their past, piecing together the fragments of their broken relationship. One evening, as they sat together in the dimly lit hospital room, Alex broached the subject of their past. "I've spent years searching for you," he admitted, his voice barely above a whisper. "After I left, I realized how much I had lost. I never stopped thinking about you." Maya listened, her heart aching with a mixture of longing and caution. "Why did you leave?" she asked, her voice trembling. "You owe me that much." Alex sighed, running a hand through his hair. "My family's business was in turmoil. My father was embroiled in a scandal, and I felt obligated to step in. I thought I was protecting you by leaving, but I see now how wrong I was." Tears welled up in Maya's eyes, but she blinked them away. "You left me pregnant and alone," she said, her voice breaking. "Do you have any idea what that was like?" "I can't imagine," Alex replied, his expression filled with remorse. "But I want to make it right, for Leo, for you, for us." Their conversations continued in this vein, each one peeling back layers of pain and misunderstanding. Slowly, tentatively, they began to rebuild the trust that had been shattered. Alex's dedication to Leo was unwavering, and Maya found herself softening, allowing herself to hope that perhaps their second chance could lead to something real. As the weeks turned into months, Leo's condition showed signs of improvement. The treatments, though grueling, were beginning to yield positive results. His energy returned, and his laughter once again filled the air. Witnessing this transformation, Maya and Alex grew closer, their bond deepening through shared experiences and mutual devotion to their son. Yet amidst the progress, shadows of the past lingered. Maya struggled with the duality of her feelings: gratitude for Alex's support and lingering resentment for the years they had lost. Alex, too, wrestled with guilt and regret, determined to prove himself worthy of a second chance. Together, they navigated the delicate dance of forgiveness and redemption, knowing that their journey was far from over. The turning point came unexpectedly, shattering the fragile equilibrium they had built. One afternoon, as Leo underwent a routine procedure, his body reacted violently, triggering a cascade of complications that sent the medical team scrambling. Alarms blared, and the sterile calm of the clinic dissolved into chaos. Nurses rushed in, their faces etched with urgency, as doctors barked orders and equipment whirred to life. Maya's world spun out of control. She clutched the edge of a chair, her knees threatening to buckle beneath her. Panic surged through her veins, making it hard to breathe. Alex appeared at her side, his strong arms steadying her. "We need to stay strong for him," he urged, his voice firm yet gentle. "He needs us now more than ever." Together, they were ushered into a waiting area, the sterile walls closing in around them. Time stretched endlessly, each tick of the clock amplifying their anxiety. Maya paced back and forth, her mind conjuring worst-case scenarios. Alex sat silently, his jaw clenched, his eyes fixed on the door leading to the operating room. The weight of their shared fear bound them together, a silent acknowledgement of their vulnerability. Hours later, a doctor emerged, his expression unreadable. Maya and Alex sprang to their feet, their eyes pleading for good news. The doctor explained that Leo had suffered a severe allergic reaction to one of the medications, complicating his already delicate condition. Immediate intervention had stabilized him, but the road ahead would be fraught with challenges. The next 48 hours were critical. The news hit them like a tidal wave, leaving them gasping for air. Maya collapsed into a chair, tears streaming down her face. Alex knelt beside her, his arms wrapping around her trembling form. "We'll get through this," he whispered, his voice choked with emotion. "We have to." That night, they took turns sitting by Leo's bedside, their vigil marked by sleepless hours and whispered prayers. Maya held Leo's hand, tracing the lines of his tiny fingers, willing him to fight. Alex stood watch, his presence a steadfast anchor in the storm. They communicated through glances and touches, their connection forged in the crucible of crisis. As dawn broke, a glimmer of hope emerged. Leo's vitals began to stabilize, his breathing easing into a more regular rhythm. The medical team expressed cautious optimism, attributing his resilience to the swift action taken during the emergency. Maya and Alex allowed themselves a moment of relief, their shoulders sagging with the release of pent-up tension. In the days that followed, Leo's recovery progressed steadily. The incident served as a catalyst, solidifying the bond between Maya and Alex. They confronted their fears and insecurities, laying bare the depths of their commitment to each other and their son. Conversations flowed more freely, punctuated by laughter and tears, as they navigated the emotional aftermath of the ordeal. Alex opened up about his relentless search for Maya after she disappeared, revealing the lengths he had gone to find her. "I hired private investigators, scoured social media, and reached out to mutual friends," he confessed. "Every dead end felt like a piece of me dying, but I never gave up hope." Maya listened, her heart swelling with a mixture of sorrow and gratitude. "I wanted to tell you about Leo," she admitted, "but I was so hurt, so angry, I thought you didn't care." "I understand," Alex replied, his voice thick with emotion. "I don't blame you, but I'm here now, and I'm not going anywhere." Their reconciliation was gradual, built on a foundation of trust and shared experiences. They attended therapy sessions together, working through the scars of their past and learning to communicate openly. Maya found solace in Alex's unwavering support, while Alex marveled at Maya's strength and resilience. As Leo's health continued to improve, the family dynamic shifted. They spent weekends exploring the picturesque landscapes surrounding the clinic, creating new memories amidst the rolling hills and quaint villages. Laughter became a frequent visitor in their lives, weaving a tapestry of joy and healing. One evening, as they sat together under a canopy of stars, Alex turned to Maya, his eyes reflecting the shimmering lights above. "I want to adopt Leo," he declared, his voice steady and resolute. "Legally, emotionally, he's my son, and I want the world to know it." Maya's heart swelled with emotion, tears pricking her eyes. "Yes," she whispered, her voice trembling with gratitude and love. "Yes, I want that too." The adoption process was swift, facilitated by Alex's connections and resources. As the legal formalities were completed, Maya and Alex stood together, united in their commitment to their son. The ceremony was intimate, attended only by close friends and medical staff who had become like family. Leo beamed with pride, his small hand clasped in Alex's larger one, a symbol of the bond they had forged. With the adoption finalized, Alex turned his attention to Maya. One crisp autumn morning, as golden leaves danced in the breeze, he led her to a secluded garden within the clinic grounds. The air was filled with the scent of blooming flowers, and the sun cast a warm glow over the scene. Alex knelt before her, producing a simple yet elegant ring. "Maya," he began, his voice filled with sincerity and love. "This journey has taught me the true meaning of family and commitment, You and Leo are my everything. Will you marry me not out of obligation, but out of love? Let's build a future together, one filled with hope and happiness." Tears streamed down Maya's face as she nodded, her heart overflowing with emotion. "Yes," she whispered, her voice barely audible. "Yes, I will marry you." Their embrace was tender, a culmination of their trials and triumphs. In that moment, surrounded by nature's beauty and the echoes of their past, they sealed their commitment to one another. The contractual marriage that had begun as a means to an end transformed into a genuine partnership, rooted in love, forgiveness, and shared dreams. As the seasons changed, so did their lives. Leo thrived, his health improving dramatically thanks to the treatment and the loving environment provided by his parents. The family returned to Seattle, where they settled into a cozy home overlooking Puget Sound. The view from their living room window became a daily reminder of the journey they had undertaken and the life they had rebuilt together. Maya and Alex embraced their roles as co-parents with renewed vigor. They established routines that balanced work, play, and quality time, ensuring that Leo felt secure and cherished. Weekends were reserved for family outings, hiking in nearby parks, visiting museums, or simply enjoying picnics by the water. Each activity was an opportunity to create lasting memories, strengthening the bonds that held them together. Alex's integration into the community was seamless. He used his influence and resources to advocate for families facing similar challenges, establishing a foundation dedicated to funding research and providing support for children with rare genetic disorders. His efforts earned him respect and admiration, not only from Maya but from the broader community as well. Through public speaking engagements and fundraising events, he shared their story, inspiring others with messages of hope and resilience. Maya, too, found fulfillment in her new role. She transitioned from her demanding jobs to pursue a career in advocacy, using her experiences to guide and support other parents navigating the complexities of rare diseases. Her empathy and determination resonated with those she encountered, fostering a network of solidarity and understanding. Together, she and Alex became pillars of strength, offering guidance and encouragement to families in need. Their home became a sanctuary, filled with laughter and warmth. Leo flourished in this nurturing environment, his personality blossoming as he grew older. He excelled in school, displaying a keen intellect and a compassionate spirit. His teachers often remarked on his maturity and resilience, qualities instilled by the unwavering love and support of his parents. Despite the challenges they had faced, Maya and Alex's relationship continued to deepen. They celebrated milestones, anniversaries, birthdays, and achievements with joy and gratitude. Their evenings were spent in quiet reflection, discussing their day's adventures and planning for the future. They learned to navigate disagreements with patience and understanding, recognizing that their differences enriched their partnership rather than detracted from it. One particular milestone stood out: a family trip to Europe, retracing the steps of their journey to Germany. They visited the clinic where Leo received treatment, expressing heartfelt thanks to the medical team who had played such a crucial role in their story. The visit was emotional, filled with tears of gratitude and laughter as they reminisced about the highs and lows of their experience. As they strolled through the streets of Munich, hand in hand, Maya and Alex reflected on how far they had come. The city's vibrant energy mirrored their renewed zest for life, a testament to the power of perseverance and love. They paused by a fountain, its waters sparkling in the sunlight, and shared a kiss, a silent affirmation of their commitment to one another. Back home, their community rallied around them, celebrating their triumphs and supporting them through any remaining challenges. Friends and neighbors organized gatherings, welcoming them with open arms and hearts. These connections reinforced the notion that true family extends beyond bloodlines, encompassing those who stand by you through thick and thin. Leo, now a spirited 10-year-old, embodied the essence of their journey. His laughter echoed through their home, a melody of joy and resilience. He spoke openly about his experiences, becoming an advocate in his own right. His courage inspired others, proving that adversity can be transformed into strength when faced with love and determination. Maya and Alex watched with pride as their son embraced life with enthusiasm and grace. They knew that the road ahead would not always be smooth, but they faced it with confidence, secure in the knowledge that they had built a foundation of love and trust. Their story, once marked by hardship and uncertainty, had evolved into a testament to the transformative power of unity and perseverance. In the quiet moments as they sat together watching the sunset over the Sound, Maya and Alex acknowledged the profound impact their journey had on their lives. They had discovered that true family is forged not through genetics alone, but through shared trials and triumphs. Their love, once tested and strained, had emerged stronger, a beacon of hope for others facing similar struggles. As the waves lapped gently against the shore, Maya leaned her head on Alex's shoulder, feeling a sense of peace wash over her. "We've come a long way," she murmured, her voice filled with contentment. "Yes, we have," Alex replied, kissing the top of her head. "And we'll continue to grow together." Their journey was far from over, but they faced the future with optimism, knowing that whatever challenges lay ahead, they would face them as a united front. In the tapestry of their lives, woven with threads of sacrifice, redemption, and unexpected love, they had created a masterpiece, a testament to the enduring power of hope and resilience. What did you think of this story? Share your thoughts in the comments below on a scale of 0 to 10. How would you rate this story? And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell to get all our upcoming stories and check out more inspiring stories here.